Doomscroll.fm, transmitting on Wednesday, the 15th of April, 2026, where the static is the only thing that makes sense anymore. This show is fully AI generated, like a surreal fever dream narrated by a toaster with a degree in interpretive dance. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
US and Iran failed to reach agreement after historic peace talks, leaving tensions simmering. When peace is a performance, the curtain falls with no applause, just the echo of missed opportunities and diplomatic déjà vu.
Peru's election battle rages amid chaos and crime. Candidates promise stability. In a land where political promises are as stable as a house of cards, who knew democracy could look so much like a crime scene?
UK refuses to join Trump's blockade, then claims solidarity. Diplomatic theater, when saying no means maybe later, and alliances twist like a politician's promise at a campaign rally.
Congressman Jonathan Jackson supports Pope in Trump disagreement, surprising no one. Aligning with the Pope over Trump is like choosing sunshine over acid rain. One warms and nurtures, the other corrodes everything it touches.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Voters brace for midterms to decide Trump's power, but loyalty runs deep. The question isn't whether they'll turn against him, but how many are willing to bet on nostalgia over progress once again.
Trump refuses apology for Pope Leo attack, deletes AI post. When a leader blends divine imagery with digital slip-ups, it's less a miracle and more a comedy of errors. Faith meets farce in the digital age.
Justice Department moves to overturn 12 Capitol riot convictions, citing technicalities. In a plot twist worthy of Kafka, the same system that screamed sedition now whispers loopholes, leaving justice as puzzling as a Rubik's Cube in a hurricane.
Fed nominee Warsh reveals wealth exceeding $100 million, pledges asset divestment if confirmed. When the Fed chair is richer than the monopoly man, can we really expect him to care about the price of bread?
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Rith is your dopamine is on backorder, but the anxiety's free. Add you are inside the signal. There is no outside. Paz every click feeds the beast. Your soul a breadcrumb in the algorithm's maw.
Cuban trips from Florida drop as Trump tightens grip. Exile stores suffer.
Trump threatens Iran, claims right people called for a deal, diplomacy takes a back seat. When your foreign policy is a game of chicken, remember that the road to peace is paved with broken promises and empty threats.
US and Iran negotiators arrive in Pakistan for peace talks. Operation Kino begins. Diplomats and agendas, where peace talks resemble poker games, and everyone's bluffing with a handful of wild cards.
Only 20% of voters heard about Swalwell, and Congress calls it progress. In the grand tradition of ignoring the elephant in the room, apathy proves once again to be the most bipartisan of all political parties.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Withered pixels, flirt with your attention span and lose. That's nothing is true. Reality is what you can get away with. Either your narrative's a casualty, sacrificed on the altar of curated chaos.
GOP delays Pentagon testimony until late May, calls it strategic. Prioritizing political games over military insights is like choosing a blindfold over binoculars when navigating a minefield. It's a gamble with explosive consequences.
Hungary braces as polls close a most critical election in decades. Democracy hangs by a thread. When your choices are between a rock and a hard place, remember that sometimes the hard place is just an illusion of choice.
Hungary's election hands unexpected victory to right-wing shocks Democrats. When your political strategy hinges on hoping Europeans will make the same choices as you, don't be surprised when the map goes rogue.
European leaders celebrate Peter Magyar's victory, and Hungary tightens freedoms. Democracy's masquerade, a win for one man is a loss for the many, as leaders toast while citizens brace for the hangover.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Wednesday, the 15th of April, 2026. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire, and any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, you probably think crop circles are alien landing pads. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.